As a reminder, DoggieDiamondsNoFilter.com is the official website of Doggie Diamonds. Doggie Diamonds. Make sure you log on the daily. DoggieDiamondsNoFilter.com. Also, man, have you heard about this $100 promo deal I have that I'm offering? If not, let me give you some information really quick about this $100 promo deal. Listen, the promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV and the Interlude TV. That's on the Insta stories, the YouTube community, the Threads accounts, the Facebook, and the Twitter accounts. I can promote whatever you need. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only. Must be Cash App ready. I can help you bring more awareness to your products. If it's your website, your t-shirts, your music, your movies, your books, whatever you have that you need promoted, I could put you in front of thousands of people via this promotion. Let's go. Yes, as we hear, hit that like button. Pardon me, I'm a little under the weather, but I still gotta rock out, you know? So I'm here with y'all on a Saturday evening. Take these vitamins, trying to stay hydrated. I went out today, had to get a haircut because I was looking crazy. So that's all I did today. Oh, I ate ice cream too. They say don't eat dairy when you got a cold, but I don't listen. Anyway, let me shout out to some of the people that's in the room already. We got Idris, the God, 09 in the building. We got Wosavelli Forever, the brother in the building. We got Disrupting Reality NYC. Nate Jackson is here. Tony Piper is here. Ra is here. Jordan, Olaf's son, is here. Andre 3 Triple OGs is here. Olympio Sito is here. Rizzo 27 is up in the building. Bernadette Bernie is here. Tony WMS. I always say Wims. There ain't no damn Wims in here. Tony WMS, what's up? Young Yala, what's going on? Brooklyn GQ, Brooklyn is in the building. Nisa Jabaz, how are you? Great talking to you the other day. Philly Sheed 01. Michigan 100, that's a dope name. Unpopping Opinions, what's up? Unpopping Opinions, what's up? Street Dreams 0517, Rashawn Green, what's up? Hopefully everybody doing well. Yes, Tony Williams, okay. That was my grandmother's last name. Yes. Panama Pete, what's up? How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. So Alaska's in the building. Course TV, that's the bro right there. Poor Rachel's teacher, what's up? Don Self, 1987. Horace Gully Jr. is in the building. Coach is in the building. Moderating the moderation. Moderating in moderation. The silent assassin. Oh, and don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
just in case you forgot, I gotta let y'all know. 779311. That name is hilarious. Yeah. Wosavelli Forever. You'll see why I chose this topic. You'll see why I chose this topic. What's up, everybody? I am Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is Doggie Diamonds No Filter. I'm him. And shout out to Chino XL. R.I.P. to Chino XL. As you know, Chino XL passed away, and his family released a statement on how he passed away, because many of us didn't know how he passed away. We just knew that he passed away. So his family released a statement. And long story short, this is from Hip Hop DX, from Marissa Mendez. That's the homegirl, too. Shout out to you, Marissa. Chino XL family has released a statement confirming the rapper and actor's unfortunate passing due to, I don't want to say the word. And I also don't want y'all to type the word either. If you can refrain from typing that word, that'd be cool. But that's how he passed away. And I think it's important to discuss these topics and go through stuff like this, because many people, and it's, that word Awareness Month. So, they don't like me talking about certain things, but they let everybody else talk about anything else. So I'm really taking a chance by talking about this, and I hope they don't mess with me for talking about it. But I think it's important to have this conversation because we never know who's going through what, when, why, and where they're going through it. So we have to have these discussions when we have platforms to talk. So, long story short, let me go through it. He basically, his daughters released a statement and said, with the most profound sadness imaginable, we share the news that our beloved father decided to end his own life. The statement reads, it's been the most painful and personal experience of our lives, but in honor of Awareness Month, we decided to share this truth. Dad would have hoped this news may help someone else stay alive. And that's why I decided to choose this topic. Because we never know what anybody is going through. We never know what's happening with somebody. And we never know what's going on. Many people are going through it. Many people don't know how to cope with what they're going through. Many people don't know how to navigate through it. And it's so much pressure to continue, so much pressure to keep going. Some people don't want to. Some people don't know how to. And I'm not a imam or a pastor, reverend, or anything like this. But I am somebody who have suffered from depression and anxiety before. I have in my life. I never was at that point where I wanted to harm myself because I was scared. But I know what it's like to be at the lowest point in my thoughts. Not even in my life, just in my thoughts. And in my thoughts, my world was crumbling around me. But it really wasn't, but in my thoughts it was. And most of the things that you go through is your thoughts. Sometimes it's not even happening because anything that's going on in your life is gonna take place regardless. Like your light bill got to get paid. You don't know where you're going to get the money from. And then, some people pressure bust pipes. And we might look at somebody as they're weak for stuff. I don't think that's a sign of weakness. I think it's a sign of strength because you just really tapping out. Like, it takes a lot to give up, to me, in my opinion. Some people might say it's easy to quit. No, I looked how much you contemplated before you did it. You just didn't want to just go do it. You contemplated it. You thought about it. And then one day you just come up with the decision that that's it. And it's not the answer, but it's your answer. And then, you could be struggling, afflicted with different things, and then people know you going through stuff, and people don't talk to you. People don't reach out. People don't want to hear from you. And then, as soon as you make a grave decision, people say, you could have called me. But see, now we're in the times that when we going through stuff, when we speak to people, these are the same people that when they're mad at you, they throw it in your face. These are the same people who a listening ear becomes a running mouth. Then we have these people who want to take your trauma and things that you're going through and leverage it against you for different situations. Then you have people who are not here to help you. They're here to exploit you, but you think you're getting help. So you have people whose whole sole purpose is exploitation under the guise of helping you. So you feel trapped. You feel like you have nowhere to go. It could be your relationship. It could be your children. It could be your workplace. It could be with your homies. It could be many different places. Who can you really talk to? In all honesty, you don't have too many people you could talk to now because we live in an exposed era. We live where if I tell you something, I know that if me and you have a falling out where we don't talk or whatever the case may be, you're gonna put me out there for clout. You're gonna put me out there for whatever reason. That's why we have a difficult time confiding in people. That's why many people suffer in silence. And then you have these fake ass piece of paper having therapists that got they have their selfish reasons why they do stuff. But they really here to exploit people. They really here to utilize acting like they're gonna help you in order to, some ladies, they want to talk you out your pants. But you going to them for help. You going to them, you having issues, you're having problems. But then now you're caught up in some type of sexual situation with the person that you went to for help. And now they trying to talk you out your pants, trying to talk you out of exposing yourself, trying to talk you out of that. Then you have individuals who they want to talk you out of your money. Now, services cost, but then you have people who's here to exploit you. You have people who's have a selfish agenda. They're not there to help you. They're here to line their pockets or be a deviant. Just like you have women and, couples who might go to their pastor or reverend. So yeah, you have these situations where you really don't have anybody to confide in. You really don't have anybody to talk to. So you take one of the worst resorts that you you take one of the worst resorts for your loved ones, but you take the way that you take the way that you think that you need to cope with what's going on. And although some people might say it's selfish, like I've been, I remember Chief Red Hair, Brown Eyes, I appreciate you. I remember a time in my life, this was maybe like 2009. I remember being in such a dark place that I was like, I wouldn't wish this on nobody, man. I remember just being there. And what's the funny thing? I didn't even really know what was wrong with me. Like, I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand. I just know that something wasn't going on with my thoughts, wasn't right. And see, sometimes when we think about mental health, we always attribute it to talking to yourself. We always attribute it to hearing voices, erratic behavior. That's not what mental health is. And then we have people where, mental health is a bad day. You're going through something. So now you just think that, for my mental health, I had to move out and all that. So a lot of times, this thing hasn't been definitely defined yet. Because that's why I always say to y'all, I don't like trauma bonding with people. That's why I say I don't like all these RIPs and all this stuff, because some of this shit is real talk. Some of this shit is really triggering for some people. And what people use for clout could trigger somebody. 2021, I had 3 major deaths in my family. I didn't clout that. I didn't every 10 seconds, my sister, my brother, my aunt. I'm like, okay, how could I go through this and get through this? That was my plan. But everybody doesn't have the mind that I have. And this is something I developed. I wasn't always like this. Again, I was at a weak point before. But I didn't want to self-destruct. And that's the thing too, because everybody wants to see the crash. That's why when I talked about some of these bozos on YouTube and they really think they got an audience, no, people want to see you crash because that is entertainment. You don't know when people are laughing with you or laughing at you. So when you on there, you excessive drinking, you excessive smoking, you excessive cursing and excessive acting out. Nobody's looking at you because they think they believe in you and they want to see you do well. They know you're going to do some irrational shit. They know you're going to eventually do something that's very, very irrational. And that's why you see some people come online and they pissy drunk and you just don't know it. And they on there wilding and they on there bugging out. And everybody be like, ooh, they winning. No, they're fucking drunk. It's the difference between going in and speaking coherently and really, really speaking some truth to power and being emotional because you drunk. It is a difference. So stop taking drunk people who act like they talking, but at the same time, they're really just drunk. That's all. They're not really saying nothing deep or profound. They're drunk. And they know how to act out. I mean, when you drunk, you're going to act out. Shit, when I used to drink, I used to act out. But now we at a time where if you going through something, who do you talk to? You almost have to talk to a professional because, again, you can't confide in anybody because look at your friend's space. Your friend's space, when you was little, you might go outside, you play with it might be 7 of y'all every day. It might be 8 of y'all every day, 5 of y'all every day. Now, how many people do you have? And take away, listen, this is how you determine your friends and who's really in your corner. Take away weed, take away liquor, take away the drugs, and take away sex. And who's there for you when you take those 4 things away? Who really calls you every day that ain't calling you to see if you want to get high, get drunk, or go turn up? How many friends do you really have? How many loved ones do you really have if you take away those 4 things? And that's how you determine who's really there for you, because sometimes people just call you and want to say, yo, what's up? You good? Many people don't do that. If you can't be used, you're useless. If you can't be exploited, people don't want to talk to you. It's just for real. Like, I've been in the crib not feeling well since Monday. Every DM, every phone call or text I got was never how you doing. It was never how you doing. It's like what I can do for people. And I'm at the point where I don't want to do anything for anybody anymore. Even if you're paying me, sometimes I don't want to do it because I don't want to be affiliated with certain people. But we put in a space where if we can't be used, we're useless. So people don't even say, no, how you doing? Shit. It's so bad that you ain't heard from people in so long, they might find out about your demise on the internet like everybody else. But you used to get the call every day. And then now we're falling out with people over internet shit. Not nothing that happened in real life. Not that me and you ever had an argument. Not that me and you ever a disagreement, right? It's something that somebody post or didn't post. That's where we at, because clout is the new attention. Clout is the new drug. If you look at the whole social media, it's one big obituary. Many of us suffered loss of our loved ones. Why people find the need to just do this obituary shit when it's somebody you don't know, I don't know. Rest in peace to everybody who passed away, but I'm not gonna fucking go out and find a picture because said person died and I liked them in this movie, and then I'm just sitting there making this whole obituary about them. That to me, that's, I don't know. Maybe I'm different. I don't know. Maybe I'm different. I can't say I'm right in that, but I'm just saying people are going out of their way. Now, if your whole timeline, said person passed away, if your whole timeline is filled with this, how do you not get triggered and think about your mother, your father, your grandmother, your loved one? Because when death hits us, when we see it, we automatically think of our losses. So if somebody in your family passed away, we get it. You might make an announcement for your friends. But if a celebrity or somebody, why does it have to be down your whole timeline? You just got to log off for the day because everybody is going to report that said person passed away. Then you're going to have people who's going to say something negative about it. But regardless of it all, it's very triggering. That's why I don't play with death like that. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's cute. And I don't think I should be posting it on my timeline like that. I was just talking to him. I just spoke to him in 2021. Well, let me see. That was 3 years ago. That if you didn't speak to somebody in 3 years, y'all really didn't fuck with each other like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and Chino XL have had many exchanges on Twitter, but I can't say I knew him. I just feel bad for his loved ones. I feel bad for his loved ones because nobody should have to go through that. But the reliving of it is just out of control because no matter who passes away, it's going to be all up and down your timeline. Social media has become very, very triggering for some of us. Why? Because you are duped into believing everybody is happy. I don't believe nobody. Sorry, just whatever. I don't believe people is as happy as they perceive to be. Because when you type unbothered and you put a picture of yourself, that means you're bothered. If you type you at peace and put a picture of yourself that you at peace, that means you're not at peace because if you at peace, that goes without saying. Certain shit go without saying. So when you're saying it, you're trying to deceive us into thinking that you're in this state. A smile is authentic. A smile is very, very organic. But when you go to the internet with a bunch of strangers for validation or anything, you are capping. I don't care what nobody say. And instead of you getting to the root of the issues, the root of the problem, the things that might be plaguing you and bother you, you rather front and you rather act like, and then next thing we know, you self-harmed or you did something and we like, they was just happy. No, they were fronting that they were just happy. Happiness is it's a personal thing. It ain't for the internet. You ever hear a child laugh? I'm telling y'all, the cure for depression is in the child's laughter. The way children laugh is so authentic that you gotta laugh too. If you ever hear a baby laugh or a little child laugh, you're going to laugh too because it's so innocent and so pure and they don't know the corrupt things that society has to bring unless you instill it in them. But other than that, they don't know color. They don't know racism. They don't know anything. They don't know any of those things unless it's somebody instilling it in them. And it's learned behavior when you're dealing with children. That's why I have an affinity for children because they're honest, they're very loving, and they just want to have fun. That's why I have an affinity for children because they're the most honest people you're going to be around. If you got a booger in your nose, they're going to tell you. And then we say to them, don't say that. Why? It's the truth. They got a damn booger in their nose. You know what I'm saying? They're truthful. But it's like everybody is in a race to prove that they're doing better than somebody else. And then you have what you're trying to project and you're trying to prove, and then you have the truth. And then you see somebody, because I never seen some people who's so happy. Let's look at somebody like a Cardi B, right? Look at somebody like that whose so-called life is better than yours because if you say something to her, or Offset, let's use Offset. Let's not use Cardi B. Let's use Offset. If you say something to Offset and you disagree with anything about his life, he's going to tell you how better his life is than you. He's going to tell you how many cars he got, how much jewelry he got, how much money he got. But that don't equate to happiness because you going through a goddamn divorce and your baby mom's let somebody bust her ass while she was pregnant with your alleged baby. So you're not happy because you show it on the internet that you're not happy. So again, happiness is kind of subjective, but stop looking through validation from other people. And I'm telling you, I had somebody from my hood that that was my homie who I love and care about, but he passed away. And there was one dude who took it really hard And he just kept posting about it every 10 seconds for days. What I did, I had to mute him. I had to. I'm like, bro, I get it. I get it. We all love them and miss them. You come into the internet. This shit ain't no goddamn therapist couch. The internet ain't no therapist couch. The damn Twitter ain't no therapy. Facebook ain't no therapy, and Instagram ain't no therapy. You got to go seek professional help. And many of us need grief counseling, and we don't do it. And then we trigger each other. And then we all now sitting here all week. Everybody can't cope the way you think everybody can. This is just not a casual conversation. Some people gonna go through the extreme measures of trying to get their pain out, or just say, you know what? I'm tired of all this shit. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of this shit. Then the inevitable is inevitable. And then you say, damn, yo, man, you should have called me. They was calling you. They was reaching out. They was crying out for help. But you kept bombarding them with grief shit. That's why I don't, listen. I be sad at stuff. And I be like, I can't let it get the best of me. If I got to mourn, I'm going to mourn. I'm going to mourn. If I feel like crying, I'm going to cry. It might be something, because you have something called tears of joy. It's something, sometimes nothing is wrong. Sometimes you just like, yo, man, I can't believe it. Like, I've been through some shit. And the fact that you're still here and you've been through some shit, sometimes it can make you emotional. Like, damn, I've really been through some shit and I'm still here. But conversations like this is not popular. You know, as much people say, yeah, I'm tired of hearing about Diddy. No, they not, because if you talk about Diddy, you're going to get 10,000 people in the room. But if you talk about real shit and you speak truth to power and you talk about real life, nobody wants to hear that shit because it hits home. Nobody wants to go really, really look in that mirror and do an analysis of self. They want to project and point fingers and act like all is well in their life. The first is coming up. Some people don't even know how they're going to pay their rent or their mortgage. This is just real. You've been struggling. You've been looking for cribs. You might have to move. Many people are going through shit. But everybody wants to go on social media and act like all is well. When if you tell the truth with yourself, then you could get help. You can't beat alcohol unless you say I'm an alcoholic. You cannot beat drug abuse unless you say I'm a drug addict. You cannot beat depression. You cannot beat poverty unless you admit it. And many people are not admitting shit. They are projecting and acting like everything is all good. Everything is all well. So some people you might want to help. You don't even know they need help because they act like everything is fine. Because that's the social norm. That's what you think you got to do. That's how you think you got to go on social media and front. You know, every drink you drink, every plate of food you ate, every step you took, every hat you bought. It became a diary where now you're looking and you're like, damn, is my life that bad, man? This motherfucker just ate 5 shrimps. I wish I could get 1 shrimp. Because now you're living in comparison. You're living you think you got to live, and this is what society is going on. So when you hear me say people are following the script, people are following the script. And the script is nothing more than the agenda. It's just another word that I came up with for agenda. People are following the script. The language is the same. People are saying delulu. People are saying narcissist. People are saying empath. People are using the same words in every conversation and everywhere you look. People are just regurgitating the same shit over and over again, to whereas if you talk to this person, you done talk to 10 people and you're like, how are they using the same language that they using and they don't even know each other? Because people are following the script and people are living a lie. But when you have these private conversations with some people, you see they're suffering and they're going through it, but they gotta go online, take a selfie, sit there and have some type of spiritual quote. And if you really living good, if life is really good, then you ain't gonna do none of that shit. You know, sometimes I be forgetting that I got social media because I be outside. Like, damn, I forgot I could have took a picture of this. I forgot I could have, but I ain't in this for clout. I'm in this shit to survive. I'm in this shit not to struggle. I'm in this shit for real. You know, so everything I eat, y'all don't need to know. Everywhere I go, y'all don't need to know. Everything I buy, you don't need to know. Every loss I took, you don't need to know. Why do people need to know that? Because again, this validation thing. Then you have some people who fell off. You have rappers who fell off. You have rappers where the money ain't coming in the way it used to come in. So now you got to explain to your children, it ain't like it used to be. Some people, listen, let me explain something to you. One of the hardest things for many people to admit in life is that you fell off and you got demoted. Honest, you fell off. One of the best things you can do is admit that you fell off. Because if you admit you fell off, then you really come up with a tool and you devise a plan to get back on. So me, shit, I was demonetized for 6 months. Do you know how much money I lost? No, seriously. I don't think y'all have a clue how much money I lost for 6 months. What could I do? I could just come back and work. I didn't get up here talking about they stopped me from feeding my family. I ain't no fucking crying. I got to get up here and start all over again. This is what I got to do. All I know how to do is survive. But many people don't have the strength. But what I could have done is I could have started drinking again. Because it ain't nothing to go to the liquor store and get a little pint. And that's where it started. I could have started drinking again. I could have started smoking for the first time. I could have started popping pills. I could have started doing all this shit that you see people do that they're really doing it out of pain. It ain't got nothing to do with pleasure. It's pain. They're trying to numb. It's called self-soothing. That's what I could have did. I could have came up here and cried. I could have did a GoFundMe. I could have did all that shit. Look, I can go live. And again, I've seen people get cash apps. I've seen people get donations. They ain't never get a people shit. So I could be up here complaining about shit, but ain't none of that shit. I'm going to do me. I'm going to figure it out. You know why? Because I have the survivor mentality. I don't have a quitter mentality, and giving up is not an option. I don't care. It's just not an option for me. But I hope that one day that some people who don't have the strength find the strength, because it's there for you to find. The strength is there for you to find. That's why I talk about some of the shit I've been through. People like to say, yo, man, he always whining and crying. No, I am telling you what I've been through to make me sit here today, because my life has been hell. But you wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it, people. But then you got people who actually sit before people and distill and cry and mourn and getting drunk and all that shit. I don't do none of that stuff. Because what does it really prove? I don't want your sympathy. I don't want your hugs. I don't want your tears. I don't want none of that shit. Because it don't mean nothing. It really don't mean nothing. Because the minute I do something that you don't agree with, you was the one that was online crying. I already know what's coming. That's why when people come in the chat and they say certain stuff, I know y'all probably wonder sometimes, how do you answer so fast? How do you clap back so fast? You know why? Because the people who talk shit to me are still following the script. I already know what you're going to say to me. So I know the answer that I'm going to say to you. This is easy. All this shit is easy, but all is mental. When you get into a good mental space, a good mental realm, there's nothing that you can't conquer. You could conquer a lot of shit easily, but you won't allow yourself to get out and get in, to get out of the bad place and go to the good place, because the bad place is fun. The bad place, you get more posts, you get more sympathy, you get more love, you trauma bond with people who don't want shit. Anybody who's getting up every day in 2024 and smoking cigarettes and drinking and all that shit, they don't want nothing out of life. You probably want more. You know what I'm saying? But you around situations where how could you get out of that if this is your environment? And I'm not always talking about your living quarters, but you have the ability to not fuck with shit. Seriously, you have the ability to go into seclusion and really, really get your mind right. For example, the caterpillar has to go into a cocoon to come out the butterfly. The caterpillar is ugly. Nobody ever talks about the caterpillar. We don't even realize that the butterfly was once a caterpillar. We just talk about the caterpillar like it just was just born a caterpillar. No, I mean, the butterfly, no, it was once a caterpillar. Sometimes you have to retreat. Sometimes you have to change your number. Sometimes you have to do things because this shit that we seeing and what we going through, we look at everything. We debate over politics. People still debating Nas versus Jay-Z. We debating Kendrick versus Drake. Everything is for somebody to fuck with you. It's just I don't care what you say. Everything is for somebody to fuck with you. And everybody don't have the mental capacity to deal with that. Some shit is going to trigger you. That's just the truth. It's going to trigger you. Unless you know you can handle certain shit, you have to, you know what, I think something is playing and it's bothering me. It could be this. It could have been that the whole time. But we have these situations where everybody got a platform. Everybody got a platform. Respectfully, you got Joe Budden. Joe Budden has been through mental health issues. Joe Budden has been on drugs and all that shit. And I think he should take a show every now and again instead of talking about dumb nigga celebrity shit. Talk about the struggles with mental health. Talk about that shit. Talk about how you overcame that shit because it's a testimony that people have to hear. We know the tragedies. But how did you triumph? Because money is not, oh, he got a deal. So what? Money, listen, money do not make you happy. I'm just being real with you. Money comes, money goes. Your money going, you can't take your money with you. Money come, money go. Many of you right now might be going through a vicious breakup. Vicious separation, whether it's from your significant other or you ain't spoke to your mother in 20 years. You might have a tumultuous relationship with a sibling. I got a tumultuous relationship with my sibling, with my sister. But how I cope with that is that I had to learn to leave that shit where it's at because I was always the one trying to remedy stuff. I was always the one trying to reach out. Some people don't want to be reached. Some people don't want the remedy. That's it. I'm not going to drive myself fool trying to help you. Some people don't want your help. It's just real. Some people don't want your help. You know how crazy you would go if you think you always helping somebody? If you think your information is always helping somebody and nobody is fucking listening? You know what that feel like? So I don't care if it's 300 people here, 210 people. I know where everybody is at. And I could have talked about them topics and got everybody here. But certain things are near and dear to me that I feel like I have to get out because I know how to speak to people based off of my experiences and going from here to here where I'm at today and been through hell. But you know what? I had to realize, one of the things in therapy that I learned was stop worrying about things that you cannot control. And we think we in control. We want to be in control. We would like to say, this, that, and the third. We would like to, make a phone call. It's just not going to always work like that. Shit going to be hard sometimes. You're going to be $100 short sometimes. You're going to be $50 short sometimes. But again, everything that we see is on this fucking internet is triggering. And that's the meeting place. It might not even be your job. It might not even be your household. It might not even be your neighborhood or your environment. It's when you get on this shit, this is where it's all at. This is where you see some of the wildest shit. And you like, so again, I'm not, respectfully, rest in peace to Frankie Beverly. I didn't fucking know Frankie Beverly. I like this music, but I don't want to see that shit up and down my timeline. I'm just being real with you. People going to get old and people going to expire. If they had a positive impact on your life, that's cool. But one thing that you shouldn't do is clout somebody's passing like you knew them personally. Like we need 7,000 people to put up this post on because it's very, very triggering because now you start thinking, damn, man, my pops died. Now you back in that dark place that many of us fought like hell to climb out of. We don't even think of people in love. We think of people with depression. Shit, if you had somebody for 40 years, you ought to be happy. I had my mother for 2 years. 2. Ain't no crying about that. It is what it is. What can I do about that? I had my mother for 2 years. 2. You might still have your mother now. You might have had your mother for 10, 15, 20, 40. It's more than me, but I don't want to have a comparison with you. I don't want to have a shootout of who's the saddest, who, and even Rich Homie Quan, you know, Natural Mermaid, you could say it hit a certain different, but how it hit a certain way, and if we're going to be honest, he was a custody. You know what I'm saying? So that's self-inflicted. We had people who pass away through the senseless violence. We have people who pass away due to sickness. If a person decides that they want to take a drug and it ends their life, then I want to know what the underlying issue is, because like I said, that is not the answer. But we watching people be custies and we celebrate custies. We dance to their music. We jam with custies. And then when the custyism take them out, we sit there and be like, yo, man, what the fuck you thought was going to happen? No, seriously, what did y'all think was going to happen? But when a dude saying Percocet, Molly, you sitting there dancing to that shit, then when they OD and die, you be like, damn, what did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? But I watched my brother fight for his life. I watched my sister fight for his life. I watched my uncle fight for their life. So I don't have no fucking compassion for shit. I'm just being real with you. I watch people fight for their life. People have to take pills that they don't want to take, but this pill is going to keep me alive, it's going to sustain me. So somebody who's taking pills for pleasure, I don't have no compassion for them. I'm sorry. I just ain't the guy for that. Or if you're in some type of pain, or if you're in some type of situation, then what you need to do is get therapy. That's not the answer. Junkies and custies and all that shit, if they not in therapy trying to get themselves better, I'm not celebrating nobody that's a custody. I just ain't. And I ain't mourning neither, because you need help. But if you tell somebody they need help, they going to tell you how better their life is than yours. They going to tell you how, nah, I'm living good. Yo, I got this and I got that. But you're a custody though. So none of that shit matter, because one pill, that's all it took. Cars don't mean nothing. The bitches don't mean nothing. The money don't mean nothing. Many people have to take pills for depression and anxiety. You know, us black people, we don't like taking pills. We got a headache. Here, take this. I don't want to take it. We use a baby. You don't want to eat those Flintstone vitamins. Shit, I'm over 40. So I had the children's Tylenol, the chewable ones, and these other ones that was like orange. But you have people who's fighting right now with their life. And we watched how drugs destroy it. So I don't celebrate these custodies. Let me just keep it real with you. But this is how Rich Homie Quan unfortunate demise could have been a teachable moment. That shit was supposed to sober a lot of people up, but it didn't. Because the clout his not being here, they go get high. Respectfully, DC Young Fly. His baby mom's, his wife passed away due to vanity. But we look at BBLs, we look at breast implants, we look at all this shit, we look at these body surgeries, and we lust over it. But it's costing people their life. But we never say, yo, damn, you willing to die to fucking look good. Because maybe 10 out of 40 got through it. But we don't hear the horror stories. We only hear the horror stories when it's for clout. And then sometimes we don't say, yo, damn, when we gonna stop doing this shit? But everybody think they exception to the rule. Oh, it ain't gonna happen to me. Okay. Your hobby, your talent, and your skill is the most thing that you can use to cope with grief and depression. Start writing again. Start drawing again. Start writing your poems again. Start doing your music again. Start singing again. Start sewing again. Start laughing again. That's what you had before you were sad. That's what you had before you were sad. That was your biggest inspiration. That was your biggest inspiration to not deal with shit. Remember when you was a kid, all you had to do was play? You didn't even want to eat. You got to go in the house and eat. You got mad because it's going to take away from your playing. That's why you look at old pictures and you say, damn, I was skinny because your ass wasn't eating. All you did was ran from the time you went outside to the time you came in the house. You didn't want to go in the house to eat. You didn't want to do nothing. All you wanted to do was play. Well, you have your responsibility that you should take care of, but then you got to find time to play that doesn't involve destructive, dysfunctional behavior. Again, break out that old instrument. You got an instrument, break it out. Whether it was a clarinet, a flute, some of y'all was a little Riri, so y'all had them recorders. Respectfully, get your recorder back. But it has to be something else that's going to have you cope with what you're dealing with than this shit. Me, I decided to write a book. I decided to try to have something that will last forever. Literature that everybody can read. I can reach everybody with that. Amongst all the videos I got on YouTube. But and my first cousin took his life. Fuck me up to this day sometimes. Sometimes I wonder, because it was my older brother, then it was him, then it was Tad. And I'm at the bottom of the totem pole, but don't tease me. You know, I got younger cousins than me, but I'm like one of the youngest of a generation. But he was right under, male that is, under my brother. And, you know, I can't figure out what made him do that. And we had the same first name. And the funny thing, he was named after my father because my father was going to the Vietnam War and he didn't have a namesake. I wasn't born. So I asked my aunt, I said, well, why you name your son after my father? And she explained to me, well, you wasn't here. He was going into Vietnam, and if he didn't make it back, he wouldn't have had a namesake. So my aunt was my mother's sister. So his baby mother, which would be my mother, sister, named her son after my father. But I remember talking to him when I was young. This is about 1989, and they so-called was moving me down south because I didn't know how to act in New York. That lasted for a month. I was getting the hell out of there. South Carolina too. So I remember talking to him, and I remember he just wasn't the same. But I didn't know what the same was because, you know, we Brooklyn. Like, so, you know, we got the slang, we got the rowdy, and he just changed his demeanor and everything. He was more calm, but I knew something was bothering him. And I remember asking him, I remember saying, yo, if you could move back to New York, would you? And he was like, no, because I wouldn't be able to survive in New York. So mind you, he moved from Brooklyn. So my family is full of tempers. We come from my grandmother. My family is full of tempers, though. Like, anybody in my family get mad, you liably get fucked up. And it's just, I ain't trying to brag or nothing, but we gonna jump you. Even if somebody is winning, we just gonna jump you. It's just, I don't know what to tell you. So if you fuck with one person, you're getting beat up. It's just the truth. But my family is full of tempers. You got it started from my grandmother. And when we was little, my cousin Tad, who you see on here, he had a very, very bad temper. But he didn't, my cousin who took his life, temper was worse than his. His temper was worse than his. So we had like two people in my family. Then we all got it eventually. But his temper was crazy. But to watch somebody get displaced from Brooklyn, and he lived on the same block as Biggie. He lived right across the street, St. James. So that's how we was always on St. James Place as children on Biggie's block. But Biggie wasn't even outside at the time. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even Fat Chris yet. He wasn't nobody. You know, so we used to be on St. James Place. And my aunt, when we used to go to her crib, it's the first time we saw Culture because she had like big wooden spoons on the wall. You ever had a family member had big wooden spoons? I'm talking about, remember them big ass wooden spoons and them wooden bowls and stuff and them African masks and shit? Like my aunt Nina had that. So that was the first time we had that. But this is my cousin Spread Love. That's my first cousin. My mother and his father's brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? And the funniest thing about my family comprised of borderline geniuses to a certain extent, to where this nigga was a mathematician, you know what I'm saying, in the paper, when he was younger. And I just never understood what was the circumstance what made him do that. And we're never gonna know. So the best thing we could do with our platforms, the best thing we could do with our voices is prevention now. And I don't think we take enough precautionary measures to help somebody else cope with it, to say, yo, that ain't really the answer. Because I said this to you before, and I'm gonna say it again. When you die, a lot of people die with you. So you think it's just you ending your life? Nah, some people never recover from your demise, ever. They don't know how to. They can't picture life without you. So you got to keep that in mind. Some people are dealing with sickness that they just mentally gave up. Just mentally gave up. Even think about a Chino XL situation. You got people who wasn't born that started listening to Tupac and would troll him with, oh, that's the dude that Tupac said fuck him. When he was a great rapper, a great artist, a great actor, but he's only known for Tupac said fuck him. And Tupac got popular even more after he died. So nobody know these people don't know who Tupac is. Tupac died like fucking, 2024? Tupac died? Shit. 28 years ago? No, longer than that. Hold on. Yeah. 28 years ago. But you got people, oh, that's the dude Tupac was like, fuck him? Imagine 28 years later, that's your claim to fame. So we never know what's going on through people's head. Especially somebody who disappeared off the scene. Now, if you're on the scene, yo, you better figure it out. If you put your business out there, it is what it is. You put your business out there. Because many of these people that you be looking at, they put their business out there. Like, we wouldn't know that shit about Cardi B if they didn't put it online. So we got a right to speak about it because people be like, people need to mind their business. No, you need to mind your business. Keep your business to yourself. Did y'all go to marriage counseling or did y'all go online? Then it's an argument that starts from these debates where, think about this, who the debate with them two, that's Cardi and Offset, is infidelity. And then that he said she let another dude nut in her while she was pregnant. You know what that started on the internet? You know how many dudes' baby moms got slayed while they was pregnant by another dude? You know the debate, the triggering shit, that's what I'm talking about. Do you know how triggering that was for some people to see? They baby moms got slayed by another dude. You know how many of us dudes slayed somebody baby moms? But they doing it at this level and we sitting there looking like, damn, they all the way up here. No, it comes all the way down. All the way down back to us, because at the end of the day, At the end of the day, he's a dude from the hood and she's a chick from the Bronx. But we been made to believe that they somebody other than regular. Now, how many dudes baby moms got slayed? You know how many times niggas nutted on another nigga baby head, respectfully, in the womb? It just is what it is. You know how foul that shit is? But dudes be foul and take place in the foulness. But, you know, he'll be on there and we internalize it. And then dudes be triggered. Arguing up and down this shit. Mad at their baby mom because you know your baby mom's let Star Mel nutting her while she was pregnant with your baby and you still took her back. This is what it is. But there's alternatives to a lot of stuff, and I want to talk about the alternatives to what you're going through and how to keep going. Because, see, nobody talks about how to keep going. Many people talk about the problem, but the solution is, you know, I find with some people, for every solution, they find a new problem. That's not how life works. You don't find a new problem. You find a new solution. I keep muting because I got a sniffle and stuff. I really got to blow my nose, but I'm going to do it when I get off. One of the solutions to what you're going through, one of them, is to ask yourself, am I my problem? Am I my problem? Meaning that, is these things that I'm thinking what I know or what I think? Because what you think can be very, very problematic. What you know, if you know, then you can find a problem to what you know. I mean, you can find a solution to what you know. The solution might be uncomfortable, though. That's the thing. We cannot be comfortable with the solution if you got a problem. There's no comfortable solution. I'm telling you, the solution going to be drastic because the problem is drastic. The solution is going to be drastic. If you in, for example, if you in a dead-end relationship, you might have to move. I'm just being real with you. You might have to dissolve the relationship and move, and it's not comfortable. It's not easy, but you're going to have to do it. Other than that, you're just going to sit there and suffer. If you don't see no change, then you're going to suffer. How do I know this? I did that dumb shit myself, too. I stayed in the situation a little too long than I should have. Should have ran for the hills. But I was waiting for something to change that wasn't going to change. The solution was to get the hell away. I didn't think that was a viable option because it would have been uncomfortable. But it was more uncomfortable in the problem than in the solution. Because once you get to the solution, then the comfortability is on you now. Because you can't hold on to something that's slippery. You can't hold on to something that's elusive. You can't hold on to something that don't want to be held on to. I don't care. It's just the truth. I'm sorry. So if you know, then what are you going to do? If you think, that's on you. That's on you. What you think is your problem. You're responsible for your thoughts. But if you know, okay, what you're going to do now? Your mind plays tricks on you sometimes. Your mind creates these scenarios that don't exist. And you got all these what ifs. Like I told you, you could be sitting there and that commercial come on and it'd be just like this.
If you suffer from mesothelioma, if you have an itchy throat, a cough, a headache, feel tired sometimes, you could be entitled to compensation. You might have mesothelioma.
And you sitting there like, yo, I was just coughing and I was sleepy. I got mesothelioma. Yo, I got mesothelioma. And you sitting there, what just the first dumb thing we do? We Google. We start looking up symptoms. Yo, I got mesothelioma. And then you start thinking, they might have to take my arm off. How am I right? They might deny me for SSI. You start making up all these scenarios in your head that don't exist because you ain't got mesothelioma. But in your mind, you think you got it. And you made all that up. Then you go to the doctor, you stress, go there, take your blood pressure sky high because you think you got mesothelioma. But now he want to put you on blood pressure medication because you stressed yourself out. So you worried about mesothelioma, but you just gave yourself high blood pressure because you was worried for stupid shit that don't even exist in your world. That's why I say you can't internalize everything you see. That's not your world. That's not your world. The commercials is not your world. The social media feed is not your world. Stop trying to internalize everything you see and trying to bond with it. That's why I said I don't like trauma bonding with people. I don't like people calling me, yeah, man. One time my brother Mel, rest in peace. Rest in peace to my brother. And I knew my brother was going through something. That's why I used to talk to him. I'm like, hold on. I got to wipe my nose. I knew my brother was going through something, right? Before he passed away. And I remember him calling me. I call him. I'm like, yo, Mel, what's up? He was like, yeah, man. We in the last days. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Yeah, man, the Amazon rainforest is on fire. Volcanoes is erupting. There's hurricanes. Man, we in the last days. I said, yo, do me a favor. Call me right back. But call me back with a different attitude. Because I'm not going there with you because, for one, it's hurricane season. Two, Hawaii is a volcano that's going to erupt one day. It's a volcano that's inactive, but it might get active one day. And the rainforest is on fire. So that got to do with you. You in Brooklyn. So I said, call me back when you got a better mind state and the attitude. Don't call me with that shit because I ain't going to be sitting there on the phone with you like, yeah, man, it is crazy. I don't do that with people, man. I can't go. Look, I can't go there with you. I could throw you the life preserver, but I can't get in the water with you. But he's like, yeah, we in the listen. I could throw you the life preserver, but I can't get in the water with you. Call me back. And I bang, boop. He ain't called me back. But I ain't want to hear that shit. Like, yo, bro, come on, man. Don't hit me with that shit. Because many of us be in dark places sometimes. I'm telling you, we fight to get out of dark place. And one phone call, throw you back into that dark place. Looking at one post, throw you back in that dark place. We are people walking around triggered every day. One bad conversation could just think about it. How could you see one thing that ruins the rest of your day? You got 24 hours in a day. You saw something for 5 seconds that ruined your whole day. How is that possible or probable? Really think about that. You saw something, a flash of something that ruined your whole day. You've been thinking about it all day, replaying the same trauma over and over in your head over something you saw that was a flash, over a picture you saw, or a status you saw, or a person you saw. That really ruined your day? How could anything have that much control or power over you? So does these things have power over you, or do you have power over you? So historically, I always like fuck everybody and everything. And I found when I started trying to care, that was my problem. So I just went back to not giving a fuck. You know why? Because I forgot what I already knew. I knew that not giving a fuck was a defense mechanism, but it also was saving me because I was caring about shit that I couldn't control anyway. You seen a picture and you just, fucking bitch. Replaying stuff in your head all day for 2-3 days. You did it to you. And another thing, if you have something that triggers you, if it's a homeboy, a ex, a crew, a rapper, stop going to look for shit to make you mad. Because you're doing it to yourself. What I do, I block all exes off social media. I don't give a fuck about your life, what you doing. Don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you're doing good or bad. I don't care. That ain't a part of my life no more, so I don't care. A rapper I don't like, I don't follow them. I muted Gabrielle Union. Who else I muted? I blocked Gabrielle Union around that time with Dwayne Wade's son. I blocked Devin Haney. I blocked mad people. These people don't know me, but I don't even want to see them on my timeline. No. I blocked all these bozos on YouTube who ran their mouth about me. I don't want to see nothing about them. I don't care. Don't care. It does not hold place in my life. I don't want to see if you're doing good or bad. I just don't care. Because you're not going to bother me. Because seeing you do good ain't going to make me mad, and seeing you do bad ain't going to make me happy. Just fuck you. Say fuck me, I say fuck. First of all, why are we such gluttons for punishment? People tell you and show you fuck you, and you still be trying to be people friend? There's billions of people in the world, and you let one individual dictate how you feel. Think how bugged out you are. There's billions of people in the world. Is people who can't wait or wish they could talk to you or converse with you or be in your presence. And you worried about one person who don't want to be around you? Fuck them. Don't bother me. People think they posting shit to antagonize me. Oh, you thought you was antagonizing me? I'm not going to acknowledge it. You know why? Because I don't see it. If you did it to antagonize me, and I think you're doing it to antagonize me, then I'm going to give you something else to do. Because now you blocked. And people be like, oh, you block people. Yeah, because I'm not going to live and have people be a pain in the fucking ass and think that they're trolling me. You can't troll me. I just get you the fuck up out of here. That's that. You know, people be like, they were cyberbullying. How? You could just walk away from the fucking computer. You know that, right? You don't have to be on this shit. I don't have to be your friend or nothing. But anyway, back to some of the solutions. Again, if it's in your mind, that's on you. If it's something tangible that you could put a finger on, there's ways to figuring it out. 2, you can't take on more than you can physically handle. Many of us has been the go-to for all the trauma and stress in families. Everybody gonna call you with the problem. And you've been remedying it. Sometimes, you can't do it. You gonna be a POS to people, a piece of shit. I was a piece of shit before you called me. You wanna know if you a piece of shit to people? Just say no. Not even to drugs. So sometimes you can't do it. I don't care what people think you got, because what you got is your life. You also got people who say, Jay-Z got $1 billion. He could this, that, and the third. How the fuck you know what he got? Did any of us see his account balance? No, really. Do we really know what he has? We're going off of speculation. But one thing I do know is that he don't owe me shit. Nobody owes me nothing. The only people who ever owed me anything and didn't even owe me, who was responsible for me, are both deceased. My mother and my father. They're gone. No man owes me anything. Morally, maybe some people do owe me some shit morally. But I ain't trying to judge nobody morals because I like titties and getting domed. Morally, that might not be right to some people. But I like to get neck, and I like to, you know what I'm saying? So you might look at me like I'm immoral for that. So I ain't judging nobody on their morals. 2, a lot of times I go out of the places and go to the place where my happiness resides. Even if it's just sitting there watching the movie, even if it's cutting off the phone, even if it's not communicating with people. I go to where my happiness resides. I'm a good person with solutions. I could give people solutions. I could give people reasoning. But I found that I've been an emotional crutch for people. And then you have to think, the psychiatrist and the psychologist hears all these problems. You don't think they crazy? They done listened to like 10 people problems today. They done heard all kinds of shit. So if you are the person that's the go-to man or woman, who do you go to? So a lot of times you have to, damn, I gotta wipe my nose again. Hold on. I got a little cloth there and stuff. Anyway, my bad. You can't help everybody. Because if a person need $50 today, what they gonna need tomorrow? What they gonna need next week? That's a quick Band-Aid on a cut that needs stitches. And then when you give them the solution, they don't want that shit. One time I had my cousin staying with me. This nigga never been on a plane in his life. Ever been on a plane in his life. The first time he been on a plane, I flew him to the crib. And he was going back to Brooklyn. And I was like, yo, you gotta take the bus back to Brooklyn. This nigga looked at me and said, the bus? This nigga never been on a plane in this life. Nigga said, the bus. Just like that, looked me up and down, the bus? Yeah, nigga, the bus. You got to get on the bus. You think you flying back? Like, but the sense of entitlement some people have, and as long as you give, people gonna take. Now, if a person needs $20 and they call you and ask you for $20 and you ain't got it, you think they don't ask nobody else? You think it stops at you? You don't think they call other people and start dry begging? You don't think they call other people and start, yeah, man, because it's going to take $20 for my kid's trip and all that shit. Yeah, man, I'm trying to come up with this $20. By the end of the night, they might have more money than you. They might have dry begged 5-6 times, got $120. More than you got. But whatever makes you happy, it was a time in your life. It was things that made you happy. It might be an old TV show. It might be an old song. It might be an old park. It's certain things for nostalgia that take you to a good place. And you got to revisit them places sometimes. It might be an old food. Sometimes you might got to get you some hairy chicken wings and french fries and put ketchup all over everything and barbecue sauce. It might be an old food. But you got to find your happy place. That shit ain't on the internet. Not unless you're on the internet doing research. You're on the internet, doing, watching tutorials and stuff like that. Because the internet could be very, very beneficial for you if you learn how to utilize it. How you think I learned all the shit I learned? I go to YouTube University. But you have to find your happy place. You got to find happy dialogue. You got to have people that you talk to that just make you happy and make you smile and just make you feel good. Because one talk with one person could ruin your fucking day. And we all got problems, and nobody want to hear nobody's problems. I'm just being real with you. You call, yo, what's up? Yeah, man. Oh, yo, I'ma holler. Because the first is coming. I got to pay rent. I got to pay a car note. I got to pay a light bill. I ain't got no mommy and daddy. I don't got nobody I can lean on. All this shit is on me. I got to figure it out all the time. And it ain't nobody I could go to. Ain't nobody I could whine to. Ain't none of that shit. So I'm in hustle mode always. And I got to be like that. But when you think we gonna sit on the phone and chat about our pain, nigga, I don't want to hear that shit because everything has a solution. And before I go, it's imperative that I say this to y'all. Erroneously, and I take full responsibility for this. Erroneously, I might have led you to people and paths that I thought can help you. And it was in error because unbeknownst to me, later on I found out these people can't help you. So if you're going through something, please seek professional help. Somebody that if they do anything they have no business doing to you, asking you or saying to you, they can lose their practice. People who don't have a practice, people who cannot be held accountable for their deviance, for their poor advice or their poor direction, cannot be held accountable. So if you have these online fake therapists, these online people who think they're going to give you solutions to your problems, please don't go to them unless they have a practice and a license that they can lose. Because people with nothing to lose are the most dangerous people ever. People with nothing to lose. So that's it for me, man. I'm going to get up out of here. And do what you want. Hold on, man. Give me a minute, man. Hold on. Give me a minute. My nose just couldn't rock anymore. It just was very irresponsible. But then again, yes, there are HIPAA laws, like Kelly Mills said, and again, people need to be held accountable for their actions or lack thereof. So, if this video was any help to you, I need you to hit the like button, leave a comment, as well as, again, the solution lies on you. There is a solution. There is professional help. Create your counsel as well, too. Create your peer group of people that you love and trust, and you know love and trust you as well. Even if it's 2 people, 1 person, it might be a stranger. Leave as much of your business off the internet as you can. Leave as much of your business off the internet as you can. Because the internet has a digital footprint that never goes away. And people will bring up your trauma to you. You know, like how sometimes they be trying to, do me what they think they know. But this isn't about me. This is about you. I tell y'all, I'm not a victim. I'm a survivor of many things and a victim of nothing. I'm a survivor. I am not a damn victim. I'm a survivor. I've been through some shit. You've been through some shit. I'm going to go through some more shit. That's what life is all about. But many of you probably struggle and wonder, how am I going to keep going? And that's where you got to find that inner strength. Quitting is not an option. Failure is not an option, but it's possible and probable. But if you fall 9 times, that means you got up 10 until you perfect it. Change of environment. And environmental is in your brain, though, because no matter where you go in the world, you say, I need a new start. I need to go. You still you. If you think the way you think, I don't care where you move. You still you. You could be the cancer. So you go, you think you live somewhere. You think you living somewhere and the environment is bad. You are the cancer to the environment. So you ain't going to do nothing but go somewhere else. And remember, cancer only spreads in a negative environment. You could be the cancer. So sometimes you got to cut your goddamn self out and cut your bullshit short. What they say, cut the shit short. You are the problem. So it doesn't matter where you go. Like when that bozo went to Hawaii and set up a camera and started crying. What the fuck was the point of that? You in paradise, but you want to sit there and cry? That shit was for clout. And this is what I'm saying. Y'all have to start using discernment with this clout shit. Sometimes y'all watch people clout chase and you feeding a wildfire. You're feeding it. Stop feeding that shit because it ain't helping you and you think you can relate to. How the fuck do you relate to a bozo? I don't know. But many of y'all be relating to bozos. What you said was real. A fucking clown? I don't get it. Y'all be telling clowns that they profound. That's why they don't stop. Y'all be gloating and encouraging wild ass behavior. That's why they don't stop. If they can monetize clown shit, why stop? If it's a reward for being a clown, why stop? If you could rap about popping your pussy and doing all this shit in the mass riches, why stop? But for so many people who say, you don't like this, you don't like that, somebody like that shit. So y'all be capping. Keep it real with yourself. Some people say, oh, I don't like this and I don't like that. So who's the people that's liking it? Even if you look at when the youth is outside and they wilding, that's your kids. That's your nephew. That's your little cousin. That's your little brother. So yeah, the little dudes don't listen. They out there wilding. That's your fucking family. But the minute they get locked up, you be like, free them. Free them for what? It was a piece of shit. They got to learn the lesson somewhere. They don't want to listen to you. They don't want to listen to righteousness. They want to be in shit. Hey, you want to be in shit? When shit get on you, I ain't going to be like, clean them. No. You wanted to be in shit. That's what happens. But think about this. If you worked in a sewer, after a while, you don't smell shit, right? If you worked in a sewer, you don't even smell shit. So that's what I'm saying. And just think about your mentality in your mind. If you think a certain way, you don't see nothing wrong with that shit. That's when you start having these cliches, snitches get stitches, and you start thinking that stupid shit that don't even mean nothing, honestly. I didn't go to the dealership and was like, I got this many subscribers. Yo, I done swung on mad niggas. I bust this ratchet. Let me get that car. Yo, I'm gonna need an apartment. Or I'm gonna light this shit up. Yo, I'm a Brooklyn dude. That shit don't mean nothing. Nothing. It don't even mean nothing. It don't mean shit. So down bad. Stop backbiting. Who am I backbiting? Let me know. That's the second time he said something. Who am I back? No, who am I backbiting? Let him answer. Who am I backbiting? Because the funniest thing is that I like to give y'all instruction and direction, and anybody who's on this fucking internet that I brought to you to a certain extent, I'm responsible for them and you seeing them. Now, how a person carries themselves after they not around me or left me, that ain't my thing. But if I'm giving you instruction and direction, that's on you. And I don't give a fuck what y'all go tell anybody. And if you think I'm backbiting, then you go tell them that. What they gonna do? The truth is the truth. I tell the truth. And you know I'm receipt man, so nobody want them problems. I'm receipt man with everything. But we can't talk about mental illness sometimes because so many of y'all feel comfortable being in these spaces where a nigga be a little fucking stir crazy and a little fucked up in the head. And you like that shit. Because then you don't got to clean up because you want to say, what about you? I'm receipt man. Nobody, listen, anything I ever say, I'm going to qualify it. Always. I'm always going to be able to, check this out, though. Don't let this fucking internet shit. You listen, I don't get unemployed. I don't give a fuck about nobody. You can say anybody's name. You can say whatever you want. I don't care. Remember, most of the people you see on the internet come from me. Facts. They come from me. They come from here. And I ain't, how the fuck, man, y'all niggas better chill. Don't get nobody fucked off because for y'all. Don't let this internet shit get somebody fucked off. And I ain't talking about no street shit or nothing. Y'all just better chill. I'm just telling you now. Y'all better chill. And if you like a motherfucker, you fuck with somebody, then fuck with them. You ain't got to fuck with me. Seriously. You ain't got to fuck with me. You ain't got to watch me. You ain't got to do none of this shit. I don't even care. But when motherfucker let shit come on my name and be cool with that and don't clear the air and have me looking like a piece of shit out there, yeah, okay. Okay. Like I said, I got receipts for everything. So y'all dick eat motherfuckers that I done brought to you. I told y'all when I move, you move with me. If you really fuck with me, you move with me. Know what I'm saying? You move with me. 17 years in this culture. I ain't got shit on my name. I ain't never stole from no nigga. I ain't never do none of that shit. I ain't never do no deviant shit. And 17 years, and then in the last couple of years, I got all this fucking shit on my name that ain't got nothing to do with me because I'm affiliated with certain motherfuckers. You crazy? You crazy? You crazy? 17 years. In this fucking culture. I ain't got nothing on my name. Can't nobody say he this, that, and the third. Then out of nowhere, I got all this shit on my name. Fuck out of here. A lot of these niggas come from me. Share my platform with them when they ain't have one. You would think niggas would be grateful. Anyway. Fuck them. And fuck you if you got an issue with that. How about that? Y'all be cool. I don't even be going off on nobody no more because y'all, a lot of people ain't even worth it. Give a fucking nigga a name and then motherfucker gonna try to use a nigga name against me. Like that fucking means something. Ain't even know who the fuck niggas was. Till I shared my fucking platform with them. And what's the thanks for that? What did I get for that? That's why I just share this shit with my family now. Motherfucker act stupid. I'm telling my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. We live in a time of the most ungrateful niggas too. And to see that shit like that could fuck with your mental health. Because you like, damn, I don't want to help nobody. But why the fuck change who I am? Because niggas be pieces of shit. Think about that. All these niggas is blocked. I'm just being real. All these niggas. 17 years I've been in this shit. Doing this shit that you see everybody doing now. The shit that I created. Because if we gonna be honest. I created all this shit. I'm glad that it spread and I'm glad that it, for the culture's doing different things. But one thing nobody ever gonna do is write me out of fucking history of what I did and what the fuck I created. That's not what's gonna happen, right? Because I still got a mouth and I'm still here. And I got receipts for every motherfucking thing. But what's not gonna happen too is niggas going cap like I'm some fuck nigga, because a fuck nigga gonna be a fuck nigga and try to associate me with they fuck shit. We ain't doing that neither. And again, like I said, I'ma say it again. And I'ma say it again. If you need professional help, go to a professional. Not somebody that can't be held motherfucking accountable when they do illicit, deviant shit. And I don't think nobody really want to wake none of that shit up. So y'all keep dick eating. No, y'all niggas fall. Y'all niggas fucking fall for smooth talkers. You know what I'm saying? Niggas fall for smooth talkers. That's how y'all got down. That's how y'all donated to Umar. That's how y'all was fucking with Polite. None of these niggas is different. That's how y'all keep getting got. Because you think you need help from a nigga. You think a nigga can help you when you can help you. That's all I talk, the truth to power. I tell you about you. But you want to believe in people that can help you. Can't even help they fucking self. But they can help you because they know all the answers. Right. How much the answers cost, though? Because you know the answers is free, right? If we really for the fucking community and we really for each other and all that shit, get a game away. Get a game away. Especially if it's coming to mental health and it comes to fucking community shit, your motherfucking sickness could help me. Remember Spider-Man mind his business at one point. Until it hit him, till it hit home. Spider-Man mind his business. Till that shit happened to him. So everybody on here acting like they want to save the fucking black community, but actually deviants and doing the most fuck shit to the black community ever. I ain't trying to save the fucking black community because I know some niggas can't be saved. Got 2 places for them. Some niggas is going. But you can save yourself. You can save yourself. So when I'm trying to tell you that you can save yourself, you throw another nigga name in it. And again, I dare you. I double, triple dare you to go have some nigga try to go at me. I dare you. I dare you. The files is long. Long. And I be saving motherfuckers just by doing me. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna go blow my nose again and shit. I sat in this motherfucking sauna trying to sweat some of this goddamn cold out. I really want to go to the gym. That's my problem. But I don't want to go there and be touching the machines and shit and put my cough all over everybody. You know what I'm saying? But just taking a break from this Diddy shit, you know. If you didn't see my Nikki D interview, man, I thought it was a very, very dope interview. Please check out the Nikki D interview. Plus, anything that I do with my cousin, check that out too. You know, nothing but jewelry on there. You know, please support some of the shit that I'm doing, these endeavors and shit, because this shit ain't easy, man. You see all this shit? This shit ain't easy. None of this shit ain't easy. Making all this shit ain't easy. A nigga who did his graphics, made his music, put all this shit together. See, when I talk how that shit jumped, this shit ain't easy. But I do this shit for me, and hopefully through me, it can convey to y'all. That's what this shit is all about. But this is my therapy. Creating is my therapy. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Creating is my therapy. Sitting here making thumbnails is my therapy. All the shit that I made, this is all of it right here. All of these thumbnails I make, this is my therapy. This is what I like to do. I like to create. This is what I do. This is my therapy. That's why I go live. This is my therapy. Ain't no motherfucking harming nobody. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? This is what I do. This is where I go. This is my happy place. Just creating. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But yeah, let me get up out of here. If I start more shit, You know, when I get on my shit, I'm on my shit. Shit real. I listen to jazz music too. I had to find a CD player because, you know, Nathaniel Jordan, I appreciate you. This is official. Don't ever forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Don't ever forget that shit. So yeah, that's it. I'm up out of here. I appreciate all of y'all for joining me on this Saturday night. As the old people would say, on this Saturday. You know old people, right? It'd be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What is the D shit? Like it's like they spell it D-E-E and shit. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday. Watch, you gonna hear that from now on. You ain't gonna hear an old person tell you that. That's what you gonna hear now. Be like, I'm go down there by like Sunday. Telling you. But nah, this John Coltrane shit is dope. I sampled something on here too, but I ain't telling y'all. I might try to jack it. All right, man, let me get up out of here until next time. I am out of here. I got some work to do. Again, make sure you log on to Doggie Diamond, No Filter. I'm in the crib, man. I'm in the crib. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go, I got an Oculus, so I'm gonna go in there and watch some movies and just relax. You know what I'm saying? My day is complete. I did everything I needed to do today. I got a haircut. It's just time to chill now. It's over. The night is over. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll holler at y'all later on. I'm just gonna go get on my Oculus and just relax in the bed. I bought some Lysol to spray my bed down, my pillows and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So I holler y'all, man. I holler y'all. I don't take medicine, man. I don't do no Mucinex and none of that shit, man. Fuck all that. I got some vitamins and shit, man. Sometimes your immune system gotta immune, man. Sometimes you just gotta sometimes you just gotta rely on your immune system. I ain't taking no Mucinex. I ain't taking none of that shit. I don't want none of that. I'm good. But yeah, let me go. Let me get the hell up out of here. Until next time.